There's going to be some resistance. There's going to be this battle where the thoughts are going to rise. And I'm going to say, no, this guy's crazy. No, that's not true. But it is true. One of the biggest misperceptions that I see unconfident people fall into when they're trying to develop this sense of easygoing, suave confidence is thinking that confidence is an outcome that you need to achieve. People that are struggling with anxiety or people pleasing or overthinking and always worrying about what others are thinking about them are constantly saying, oh, when I'm confident, then I'll do that. When I'm confident, then I'll be in a relationship. When I'm confident, then I'll have more money. Or when I'm confident, then I'll stand up to my boss or quit my job or whatever. But the illusion here is that there's this idea that when you're confident, then those things will happen. But you have to understand, this is entirely backwards. If you continue to approach life with this idea that when I'm confident, then these things will happen, you have to realize that what you're doing is you're just putting yourself on a treadmill, you're hitting the start button, and you are just going to run and run and run and chase that confidence that's hanging right out in front of you because you think that once you get that, then everything's going to come into place. But it's exactly what you're doing is you're putting it out in front of you as if you don't already have it. And so you're telling the universe, hey, I'm not already confident. I don't have confidence, but one day I will. Well, one day I will. That what you're literally creating that result for you. It will always be one day, one day, one day, one day, and you're never going to get the result that you want. And you have to realize that confidence is already within you right now. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Confidence is already in you right now. And you'll hear me repeat this over and over because this is the truth. And what most people get wrong when they're approaching confident, when they're going to a therapist or when they're trying self-improvement is you think that it's not already there, that it's something that you need to go achieve. But that is your mistake. And that's why so many people on this path just keep staying in the cycle and struggling and struggling and struggling. And that's why the people that I work with and the people that follow my content on Instagram and the reason that I've built such a following and my content's reached over 37 million people is because my approach is different. And it works. The amount of times that I hear people that are like, wow, I watched a couple of your videos and then I tried it this weekend and it actually worked. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I actually want to be coached by this person, right? Because it's a different approach. And it's an approach that is based in truth. So you need to stop waiting for confidence in order to start doing the things that you think that confidence is going to make you able to do. Yes, when you have confidence, when you're operating from this place of acknowledging the confidence you have in you, when that confidence is awakened and when that confidence is unblocked, now it can flow through you and into all the things that you're doing. And yes, as you do this, your life will start to change in a magical way because you're operating from the state of confidence. But it's not that confidence is randomly achieved or that it's all of a sudden now I can have all these things. It's already within you right now. And so don't start by thinking that you don't already have confidence within you. Start operating as if you already have that confidence within you because you do. So some of the things that you can start doing for yourself is showing up for yourself. You keep making promises to yourself and then you don't keep them. You say you're going to go to the gym and you don't go. You say you're going to wake up early and you don't wake up. You say that you're going to start meditating and you don't meditate, right? You have to show up for yourself. If you want to get this confidence moving and you want to own that confidence that's within you and express it outwards, you need to start showing up for yourself consistently, okay? What else do you need to do? You need to feel the fear that you feel and do it anyways. Okay, when we're not confident, we're typically worried about what other people are thinking about us. We're worried about saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing or being embarrassed or looking like a failure or whatever or being rejected. Feel that fear, okay? Acknowledge that. That's okay. That's normal, right? Especially because you haven't really worked through some of these things and maybe you're approaching things a little bit differently. Feel that fear. Accept that you feel fear, that you want to go approach this person and you feel fearful and there's thoughts start racing and your body starts feeling a little bit tight and overwhelmed. Relax, feel the fear that you fear, feel the fear that you feel, right? Accept it, be with this place, then go do that thing anyways. If you keep just feeling that fear and then not doing it, you're just reinforcing that pattern, and you're just accepting that this fear means you can't do it. But fear is just an indicator that there's something there for you to work on, right? It's not saying that you can't do it. It's just an indicator that there's work to do there, right? So if you, every time you feel that fear and then you don't go do that thing, you're reinforcing to yourself this identity that the fear is actually stopping you, when it's not the fear that's stopping you, it's your inability to do it despite the fear, okay? Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyways. Courage is not feeling fear. Confidence is being able to feel the fear and do it anyways, okay? Confidence is that belief that regardless of what happens, you're okay. If there's fear, if there's discomfort, if you're rejected, if you fail, whatever, you're okay. And so then in alignment with feeling that fear and doing things anyways is whenever negative emotions arise, like if you feel the fear, you do it anyways, and then you're getting uncomfortable and you're freezing up or you're getting rejected or you're worrying about what they're thinking about you, just take a deep breath and relax with whatever emotions are coming up. Literally allow yourself to feel those things and remind yourself that you're safe. What's happening here is your body just doesn't think you're actually safe. Your body literally thinks that you're going to die. Your mind is trying to convince your body, hey, we're going to die, so prepare for death, right? Prepare for the lion to come around the corner and chase us. Right? And so what we can do is we can just relax with that and say, okay, I notice this feeling. I notice that there's these feelings arising. Maybe I'm sad, maybe I'm scared, maybe I'm angry, whatever it is. Relax with that. This is a secret sauce that most people are too afraid to do because you say it hurts too bad or the anger's too much or whatever. And I get it. And having someone to bounce that off of and having someone to be a mirror for you, whether it's a coach, whether it's a therapist, it's a friend, it's a family member, it's a romantic partner, whatever, having someone to share those things with is going to help make that process a bit easier. But if you always constantly avoid it, you're never really going to release those things, which is going to keep you stuck. So what else can you do? Right? You're not focusing on confidence as being the outcome. You really want to be confident though. Well, what else you can do is you can start operating from the self. What do I mean by this? I'm not talking about the little s self. I'm not talking about who you think you are. The stories, I am Ben, I'm a runner, I'm from Ohio, or I like this, I don't like that, I have anxiety, I'm not smart enough. All those stories that you think are you, those are not you. Those are the little s self, not the big S self. The big S self is actually who you are. And yes, this gets a bit esoteric. Yes, this gets a bit spiritual because I'm saying that you are the self, the big S self. You're the one that's actually behind all of the thoughts and the narratives and the feelings that's observing these things. Like you sit and you watch TV, right? You're not the TV, you're not the story, you're not the show, you're the one that's watching it all. Thoughts arise in your head, stories arise like, I am anxious. That's just a thought. At the end of the day, that's just a thought. And that thought, when you choose to believe that thought as you, then that becomes your part of your identity. And your identity determines your beliefs, and your beliefs determine your behaviors. Your behaviors determine how reality is going for you, right? So if we start changing our identity, we're going to change our whole reality. But we have to start detaching ourselves from the thoughts that we once brought into our identity and identified with in order to start really shifting this identity, okay? So the hard truth is that who you think you are is most likely, especially if you're new to all this stuff, most likely an illusion, okay? It's a hard truth, okay? And there's going to be some resistance. There's going to be like this battle where the thoughts are going to rise. And I'm going to say, no, this guy's crazy. No, that's not true. But it is true. But I don't want you just to take that as truth and operate from that, whatever. Like I want you to question this, right? Question whether this feels right or doesn't feel right. Does this feel like something's resonating? Does this feel like I'm sharing things in a way that actually could impact your life? And then go do your own research. Look some of these things up and see what makes sense for you. But for me, I operate with this as a belief that this is the truth. The truth of who I am is not the stories. It's not the body. It's not the narrative. It's not the beliefs. It's the one that's behind it all aware. And that is where confidence, the true confidence that's already within you now, is emanating from. When we can operate from that standpoint and start observing these things and even our feelings and starting to relax into them, we operate from that place of confidence, we feel that place of confidence, and then we bring that out into the world in all the things that we do, okay? So again, this is a bit esoteric, but in a year, 2 years, probably 2 years ago, if you would have said this to me and you would have talked about God or the universe or energy or the self, I would have been like, ugh, yeah, okay, get away. Like, I don't want to listen to that. I don't believe that. I can't believe that you believe that. Like, you must be crazy, right? That literally was me. I thought that this stuff was so cringe, and it was just like I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that someone believed in this. And now I get it. Okay, now I get it, and now I'm sharing these things with you, hopefully in a way that's not feeling as esoteric or as out there or as cringy, but is feeling more like, wow, that actually makes sense. And if I apply it to my life, wow, it actually starts to help me feel the confidence that's already there, and it helps me express myself more authentically. And this idea of the self is difficult to fully comprehend, and it's difficult to fully step into your authentic self and be able to express that, which is why I have a course called Authentic Expression Accelerator, which walks you literally step by step in connecting with your authentic self and being able to confidently express this charismatic, authentic self naturally. So if this is resonating and you want to dive a bit deeper, I'll link that down in the description. So what else can you do in order to really step into the most confident version of you, right? You need to start focusing on the 1%. And no, I'm not talking about the wealthiest 1%. I'm talking about 1% improvements every single day. Most people don't realize this. It's becoming more common of knowledge to people. But if you get 1% better at something every single day for the course of a year, you will become 37 times better at that thing by the end of the year. Okay, I learned this from James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits. If you've not read that, I highly recommend you go and checking that thing out. It's really great for helping you start to make large change in your life by starting small, okay? And that's the key here. We often overwhelm ourselves by all the things we have to do, all of what this whole habit looks like when we lay it out as the ultimate goal, right? My ultimate goal is work out 5 days a week for an hour every day. When we do that, when we lay it out like that, it becomes so overwhelming and we just don't even actually do it. We don't take action to do it, okay? So what we need to do is we need to start small. Start with the 1%. What is the smallest little step that I can do to start building the habit of working out 5 days a week for an hour? Well, I'm going to have to start showing up to the gym, right? Okay, great. Well, what do I have to do in order to do that? Well, I'm going to have to put my gym clothes on. Okay, great. That's where you start. Put your gym shoes on. Put your gym shorts, your shirt on, put your gym shoes on, whatever, okay? That's step one. Start there. Literally start there. And it seems trivial, and it seems like, oh, that's not going to do anything. But as soon as you do that, guess what? What's going to happen next? Well, okay, then my next step is, okay, I'm going to go get in the car. I'm going to grab the keys, and I'm going to go get in the car. Start there, right? Put your gym clothes on. Step two, go get in the car. After that, if you don't want to go to the gym, you don't even have to go to the gym. You've already started building that habit a little bit at a time. And what happens is then the next day, you'll stack something else on top of that. You put your clothes on, you get in the car, and then you drive towards the gym. You don't even have to go all the way to the gym. Start driving towards there. On the next day, that stacks, and then you actually make it to the gym, and then it stacks, and then you go, and you're there for 20 minutes, right? And you think, oh, this sounds ridiculous, and that's going to take me a whole week just to get to the gym. Like, maybe, but also you might notice that as soon as you get in the car the first time, you're like, okay, I'm already in the car. I already got my gym clothes on. I might as well go to the gym. Then you get to the gym, and then you're like, all right, I'm already at the gym. I only have to do 10 minutes. I only committed to 10 minutes just to be here and get a little bit thing and go home. But then you're like 10 minutes in, you're like, okay, well, I'm already feeling good. I'm already here, so I might as well just do a whole workout. And then all of a sudden you do a whole workout, and then you go home and you're like, wow, I just went to the gym for an hour and I did a whole workout, and all I had to do was commit myself to putting on my gym clothes, right? See the power of this? So if you continue to stack little things on each other over a long period of time, you're gonna make huge improvements. So stop trying to do it all at once. Stop trying to, like this whole idea of, oh, tomorrow if I just do this, then I'll be entirely confident and feel this and express it through me tomorrow or next week, or I wanna have this all by next week or next month or whatever. It's like, dude, slow down. Okay, trust the process, trust the journey that you're on. These things take time to build. And when we can just wrap our head around starting to think more long-term and act in the smaller steps consistently, we're gonna get much better results. It's the only reason that I'm here today. It's the only reason I have over 300,000 followers on Instagram. It's the only reason that I'm able to have this set up and have this camera and be able to speak behind this microphone, behind this lens to you right now, is because I showed up consistently in very small ways over a long period of time, and those have stacked and helped me be more successful. So I dive a lot more into this stuff, and I can help you walk through this journey much deeper in one-on-one coaching if that's something that you're interested in as well. I'll link that too with the Authentic Expression Accelerator course that I mentioned earlier. I'll link that down in the description so you can check that out. I also have some free resources that'll help you start to awaken this natural confidence and really step into a life that feels amazing for you. So I'll link all that stuff down in the description. If this message resonated and you're interested in that stuff, then go ahead, check those out. Also, hit that subscribe button if you got value from this video so that you can continue to get my videos and continue to receive value and make positive changes in your life. Like this video if it was helpful for you, and comment down below what you thought, what you got from this, anything that you disagree with or want me to expand on further in future videos, because I love seeing who's engaging, who's actually getting value from this. Because the reason that I sit here and take the time to talk to you behind this camera and edit these videos and make the thumbnails and post them is because I know that the things that I can share with you will make a positive impact on your life if you are ready to receive them, if you're open-minded and you're ready to do the work. So if that sounds like you, you're my kind of person, and I'm more than happy to have you stick around, follow on for the journey, and continue stepping into your most confident self. With that, I'll see you in the next one.